The following program is intended for mature audiences.
A democratic republic of sports. The Sportsocracy with ESPN Asheville hosts Tank Spencer and Jeremy Greene.
And welcome into the Sportsocracy. I'm Tank Spencer. Jeremy Greene's alongside. Glad to see you. Glad to see you made it.
I smell like tequila and shame, but I'm here, baby.
It's going to be a fun day today as we get ready for week 3 of the NFL season. All of your fantasy advice right here. Fire away those questions in the comments. And, last night, how did your picks go last night?
Hey, guess what I did? My sister again. What up? I cannot stop doing that. Just give her the old slipper stroke.
Yep. How about that?
Although, the games that I personally bet, I did quite nicely.
Oh, that's good.
Like, by that's volume. Good. I bet them all, but volume. Thanks, Kentucky. Really glad you didn't do it in your pants in the fourth quarter because you really tried.
Oh, yeah. We'll get into all of the college football tomorrow in the Sportsocracy as we, of course, talk about how the ACC is completely irrelevant.
Yeah, we got a video for that. It's going to be, it'll be a fun time.
Clemson losing to NC State. Patrick Holt, your boys did it. Congratulations. I think it's the first time I've ever watched an NC State game and go, oh, yeah, see, there's the NC State we all love. And then they actually pulled it out at the end. I thought when the kicker missed it. Every NC State fan thought when the kicker missed the game winner.
They went, oh, wait.
We're going to do this again. But they're able to pull it off in double overtime. So good for you.
Awesome, bitch.
Oh, wait. Was she a great big fat person?
That's the kicker for Missouri. Missouri has a kicker that's about my size. And he almost me. He tried his damnedest. But Missouri couldn't do it. No. Thanks, Boston College.
Yep.
I love you. Long time.
Yep. I tried to tell you about your West Virginia Mountaineers as well. Because Oklahoma's not good.
No, they're not. They're not.
Clemson not good. Oklahoma not good. Carolina not good. Not good.
Yeah, here's a fun story. If you want to know how many beers I consumed last night, I forgot that until he just said it.
What?
That West Virginia played dead in the Western. I completely forgot.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it and I forgot it.
And you immediately forgot it.
Dilly.
Anyway, best games of the weekend. Obviously, they all start in the NFL. And we will give you all of our picks for the games here. I guess I should probably get my picks pulled up on the screen. That'd be a nice.
It's probably since that's what we're doing here.
I mean, you would think. You would think one would start there. And again, fire away your draft questions in the or your fantasy questions in the comments.
Go.
Yeah, you've been telling me all day. Every time I've said, "Hey, would you play this guy or this guy in fantasy?" And he looks at me and he goes, "You should draft better." Dick.
I think that every time you ask me fantasy football questions, hey, you should draft better.
Hey, who should I play? Your favorite player or your second favorite player? You should draft better.
Yeah, you didn't ask me any of those questions.
Yeah, I did.
You asked me a lot of, should I play KJ Osborne or Calvin Johnson?
No. The last question I asked you was Allen Robinson or Chase Claypool. And you said, you should draft better.
Yeah.
Shut up, dick.
You should be better at this.
So hopefully he will give you better fantasy advice. He always gives you better fantasy advice than he gives me.
Correct.
Because he's
you should draft better.
Jerk.
I give you the best advice anybody's ever given you. You should be better at fantasy football.
Well, I try. And that's all. That's all I can do sometimes.
Effort only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Right.
So.
Right. Let's take the overall view of the day, though. Your fantasy rankings for this week.
I want everything in. This week's just a little different to me.
Okay.
Because there are games like that I'm avoiding like they're on fire. Buffalo, Washington. The wind is up. neither of these offenses are particularly good, and both of the defenses are pretty good.
Right.
I will avoid that game like it's on fire. I mean, if you have Josh Allen, yeah, you're playing him. If you have Stephon Diggs, yeah, you're playing him.
Yeah.
If you have Antonio Gibson, yeah, you're playing him. Everybody else in that game, Terry McLaurin included, I'm good. I think I'll pass on every one of them.
Okay.
Mediocre fantasy football plays, I will take over every guy in that game.
Obviously, we're hammering the Los Angeles Rams Tampa Bay Buccaneers game at 4:00.
Stephen Tao asked about James Robinson. Did James Robinson have a curse put on him or something? Did he blow a witch or something?
I don't know. He was trending on Twitter this morning. Every friggin' person with a question on Twitter this morning is asking, should I play James Robinson today? And I'm gonna go with no. What's your other choices? Are your backup running backs Josh Jacobs, Elijah Mitchell? I mean, is he the only guy that you can possibly play today?
Yeah, if your option is that or zero, then you should do that.
Right.
If you have any other option, I'll probably go with him.
Right. Now, were you asking us about somebody on the other side of that game? Yes, the answer is yes. Play all of the Arizona Cardinals.
Justin Parton asked Damian Harris or Marquise Brown in a PPR flex. I'm going to say Marquise Brown.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I'm on the other side of you on that one.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't love Damian Harris today.
I don't love
I'm playing
Marquise
Mike Davis
Brown
over Damian Harris in a lot of places today.
Yeah. Here's my thing with the Baltimore game. Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is going to score 1 billion points today.
That's my DraftKings quarterback today. Because he's going to do a lot.
Yes, he
is.
is.
It's a blowout. Well, how do you think it's going to get there?
Mm-hmm. And what did Detroit do well against Green Bay last week? They limited the deep throws down the field to Devontae Adams. And that's what Marquise Brown does. Mm-hmm. So to me, I would be on the Damian Harris side of that. Just at least hope that he's going to get into the end zone.
The thing about,
because I think they're going to be able to. I think New England will be able to move the ball on New Orleans.
That's another game that I'm avoiding like it's on fire.
Yeah, but if you have to.
I don't like any piece of that game, Alvin Kamara included.
Right.
I mean, if you have him, you're stuck. You don't have a choice but to play him.
Now, obviously, the game.
DraftKings and shit, I'm Seacrest out on Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, and I mean, in that Baltimore game, obviously, the game plan changes when you're facing Lamar Jackson against Aaron Rodgers. You kind of have to guard against it deep. But the fact that they could limit that, I think I'd go Damian Harris on that one.
Travis asked on Facebook, Chase Edmonds or Alexander Madison in the flex. I'm going to say Alexander Madison, but I don't love it. I am also avoiding him like he's on fire on DraftKings because he's $6,000. Because apparently DraftKings, their pricers are witches, and they figured out that Dalvin Cook was not going to play before everybody else did.
Right.
He was highly questionable, and they went, no, fuck that. Dalvin Cook gets hurt brushing his teeth.
Oh, yeah.
Alexander Madison.
Oh, yeah.
So he's not. Season long, I like him today. The one thing that I will caution you, this is not the first time we've done this with Dalvin Cook. I don't know who else it would be. I don't think they're going to give Tote to Amir Abdullah.
No.
This used to be Mike Boone.
Is he still with the team?
He just got promoted from the practice squad. Oh. Because apparently Minnesota's the only team in the NFL that hasn't figured out Amir Abdullah, not good at football.
Right.
He would be better on your lacrosse team than he is on your football team.
Alexander Madison is an intriguing play for me just because he's always been that guy. This is the moment you've been waiting for. If you drafted Alexander Madison or if you're in a dynasty league and you've been holding on to Alexander Madison, this is why. And so, I mean, yes, you're always going to lose a step when you lose a Dalvin Cook. However, Alexander Madison is a damn good backup in this league, and he's going up against the Seattle Seahawks.
Fun question. How many times has Alexander Madison carried the ball more than 15 times in a game?
I would say 6.
It's 2.
2 times.
The end game last year,
okay,
the last game of the season, he was the only running back on the roster because Mike Boone and Dalvin Cook were both hurt.
Okay.
And he did it against Seattle. And he did it against Seattle. Mm-hmm. And he did it against Seattle. Hey, who do they play today?
Seattle.
He will get more tote than you. He will get more tote of out. This will be the 3rd best game he's ever had in his life.
Yeah.
He's had 200-yard game or 100-yard game. I would say this could be his 2nd.
Yeah. By the way, that 100-yard game, He did it against Seattle.
He did it against Seattle.
He had 112 yards last year against the Seattle Seahawks.
We hammering that point home enough. If this was any other team, I would be cautioning you. But I think he's a play. I just don't like him on DraftKings. There's other. I mean, he's more expensive than Joe Mixon.
I mean, that's
dumb.
Fun. Yeah.
Joe Mixon, who's the only running back that Zach Taylor has eyes for.
Yeah. But if he's available in a league that you're in, by all means, go out and get him today.
Yeah, just remember, if you ever go to work and go, fuck, my boss doesn't appreciate me enough, just understand there are 3 other running backs on the roster for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah.
They have all touched the ball as much as we have.
Yeah. In fact, I did just do that before the show. Alexander Madison was available in a league where I was looking at Damian Harris and going, I don't know if I want to play that today. I'm playing Alexander Madison instead now. Had to drop Elijah Moore to do it, but don't feel like he's not too in demand right now.
You ought not have done that.
What, drop Elijah Moore?
I like Elijah Moore this many
today.
Today.
Against the Denver Broncos. Okay.
Today.
I don't know.
Against Bryce Callahan, who can't run for him stride for stride.
Didn't you say that last week, though? Didn't you say you liked Elijah Moore last week?
No, because I thought J.C. Jackson was going to be on it. They put him on Corey Davis, which just fucked my whole world up. Thanks, Bill, you dick.
Right. Yeah, Hollywood Brown getting like 30% of the target share. I understand. Who else is he going to throw to? I think today he's going to do Lamar will do a lot of things on his legs, and he will keep it short. And that's why I like Mark Andrews today as well.
I like Mark Andrews today as well. Glenn Hopper asked on Facebook, with Cook, he said possibly out. I would say there's a 99.9% chance Dalvin Cook does not dress today.
Yeah.
We'll know in 17 minutes. Got to pick 2. I'm going to assume the Davis is Mike Davis. Melvin Gordon, Javonte Williams, Latavius Murray. I'll go the 2 non-Denver Broncos. I'm going to keep saying this until people understand it. The Jets' defense is better than you think it is. And they're really good against the run. I don't know how, because they're starting 900 rookies, but that defense is actually pretty good. Mm-hmm. And I might like the Jets just un poco today.
Yeah.
Not to win, but it'll be close.
Yeah.
And they'll cover.
What do you think of Austin Eckler over 55.5 rushing yards?
Over!
I like it.
A lot.
I like it a lot.
Austin Eckler's my number 1 running back today.
In fact, here's the thing, though. I don't think he's going to do most of his damage on the ground, but I could very well see him going for 70 on the ground today, and maybe he might get close to 100 in receiving.
Justin Parton on YouTube asked, non-PPR flex, Kareem Hunt or Tyson Williams? It's Tyson Williams because it's non-PPR. If it's PPR, I'd say Kareem Hunt. Mm-hmm. I have this funny feeling that Chicago game is going to stay closer than people think. Chief Zach took the Bears against us, and the more I've sat here and looked at it, I'm like,
yeah. Well,
I might ought to have done that.
Well, he's going with the fact that Cleveland didn't cover the spread last week against Houston. Of all teams, you expected them to. I think everybody looks at Cleveland and goes, and they see that Dallas game last year and go, that's what this offense can be. And I understand having that theory, and I'm almost there with you.
What, the Cleveland's not good?
No, that's what Cleveland can be. Cleveland can score that many points against a bad team. Mm-hmm. Are the Chicago Bears that bad of a team? Their secondary is. So part of me feels like Odell Beckham Jr. back in the fold. Maybe this could be a good thing.
Yeah. My favorite, I love every ancillary piece of the Browns today. Rashard Higgins is my favorite play on DraftKings. I think he's 4,200.
Yeah.
And he is Baker Mayfield's little boyfriend.
Oh, can I scream the next one? Anthony Schwartz.
Got to get the Schwartz.
Let the Schwartz be with you. Because, I think he's a fine flex play today.
Rob Johnson asked, Montgomery was held to 61 yards on 20 carries last week against the Bengals. Now with Fields starting, do you see the Browns stacking the box and forcing Fields to throw? I disagree with you.
Oh, I don't.
I don't think you can stack the box against Justin Fields.
Okay.
Name me a linebacker that's going to catch him. I mean, name me the linebacker they have. There's one.
Taki? No.
No.
No,
No,
It's the only one I can think of. Off the top of my head.
No, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
one. Stephen Tao said Jeremy's seen Spaceballs. I'm going to assume that's what that's from because that was literally going to be the next words out of my mouth. I don't know what that's from. I've just heard it before, so that's probably why I got the quote wrong.
Well, we shouldn't be surprised at this point, people.
Vapor Stacks asked, start Jamar Chase or Juju Smith-Schuster. Son of a bitch. God, that's two ends of the same coin, isn't it?
That's a tough one. I'm going to go with Chase.
They're both missing the number one receiver in their offense. Neither team has a corner that can stop the other. The difference is, with Cincinnati, all you've got is Tyler Boyd. With Pittsburgh, you've got Chase Claypool and Najee Harris and Pat Freiermuth. I just want it stated. I have been dubbed the tight end whisperer.
Wait. I do hear the call. of the tight end whisperer.
Anytime you hear the four winds blow, the tight end whisperer is near. And I do like, and I like Pat Freiermuth a lot today.
Okay.
He's out snapping and out touching, out targeting Eric Ebron.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I ever wanted it to be.
He is the next Heath Miller. Don't forget that.
I'm going to disagree with him. I would take Jamar Chase.
Okay.
I would go Jamar Chase in that. I don't think anybody can stop him. To be honest with you, I can't believe I'm about to say this out loud.
Mm-hmm.
There's a part of me that really thinks Cincinnati's going to win today.
Why?
Call it a gut.
Oh.
Call it a gut
This is
feeling.
one of those gut hunches.
Yeah.
Okay.
You remember what my gut hunch was last week?
What's that?
Indianapolis covers against the Rams.
Yeah.
Hit that damn button again. Speaking of money, go to betus.com, use our promo code Sportsocracy. They'll give you 125% off your initial deposit. Mm-hmm. So if you deposit $100, they'll give you $225 to play with.
Right.
And you can have fun times like I had yesterday. Thank you again, Kentucky.
There will be no Trey Waynes again for the Cincinnati Bengals. So,
As a matter of fact, now that I think about it, the whole state of Kentucky. I've never really liked you, but damn it. Yesterday, you did me okay. Between Kentucky and Western Kentucky.
yeah,
Yeah, my answer would be Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase.
Juju's going to get targeted. It's Joe Burrow against Ben Roethlisberger.
Mm-hmm.
I trust Joe Burrow more than I trust Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah. Wow. Everybody's against us on this one. I can see.
And that's fine.
To each his own.
That's fine. I've been married twice. I'm on my third. I'm used to people being against me.
Right. Keep firing away the questions there in the comments, and we will get to them. Let's jump into some games here.
Okay.
So going down, we'll just use the we'll just use the time frames here. So, what list do you have so I don't jump out of order on you like I did at college games?
Look, at this point, my blood alcohol level and my IQ are about the same. So.
You kept complaining that I jumped on the map on you on the college game, so I just wanted to make sure. All right, let's start with Washington and Buffalo. The Washington Redskins. Oh, I did it!
You did that thing.
I did it.
You did that thing.
I did it. Sorry. Yikes! Washington football team.
That was so not the button I thought I was hitting, but
it worked beautifully. Washington football team and the Buffalo Bills. I don't see either of these teams running the ball all that well today. I don't see anything working all that well, actually, for Washington.
I hate this game. I want nothing to do with this game. I am avoiding it like grim death. Maxwell Smart 420 asked Josh Allen over 37.5 yards rushing. I will go yes. Because I don't like Singletary. I don't like Zach Moss. I don't like anything really outside of Stephon Diggs.
But do you like Josh Allen's ability to be able to get away from the pass rush?
Kelvin Joyner said, I'm here 5 seconds, and Tank's trying to get himself canceled. Here's the thing. We've done that way less than everybody else does.
Yes.
And if you listen real close to most mainstream media, they go, the Washington football team. Often. Especially if they're on the competitor.
Right.
It's a little woodland creature. It's related to the hell's a fox related to?
A dog.
Dog.
They're all dogs,
They're
remember?
all dogs.
The Buffalo Bills, I think I'm going to go with you. I think you just said earlier that Josh Allen's pretty much the only thing that you want from this game. I just don't know. I mean, I get it. He runs the ball pretty well, but you like him to be able to get away from those athletes on the other side in that front seven?
Jamin Davis.
Oh, that's it.
How many times do I need to say that?
Yeah.
That kid has got ex-girlfriends that don't dislike him as much as I do.
Yikes.
And I have no issue with him. I've heard he's a great kid. I hate his game a lot. I hate that he's the play caller for Washington because I think that's having a lot to do with the issues of that defense.
Right.
Glenn Hopper asked on Facebook, full point PPR, Sterling Shepard or Odell Beckham Jr. I'm going Sterling Shepard. I don't think Odell's going to play a lot. I think he's going to be in that limited 20 snap range, 20, 25. If you told me he played more than 30 snaps, I'd be nominally surprised.
Yeah.
I like Rashard Higgins a lot this week. I like Anthony Schwartz a lot this week.
I'm buying in. I'm buying into the Sterling Shepard's hot start this year. I get that he's not your average, or he's not going to give you 100 yards every game like he's been doing, but I don't know, something about it just works in that New York offense. And I think that once Daniel Jones makes a couple of mistakes trying to force the ball into Kenny Golladay to try to appease him, they may learn, you know what, we got to go back to what was working.
And I can't say this enough times. I see a lot of people saying, I'm playing Daniel Jones on DraftKings. Mm-hmm. That's a lot like saying, hey, I'm going out with that stripper I met the other night. Just understand it could end badly. It could be a lot of fun. Then you could wake up and all your shit's gone. Yeah. So just know. It could be fun, or it could blow up in your face.
Mm-hmm. So the Washington-Buffalo game, look, I don't know that that Washington's going to be able to move the ball all that well on Buffalo. There is going to be high winds in this game, so airing it out is going to kind of be limited, or at least be a little bit tricky.
And who does that directly affect?
Taylor Heineken.
Bad quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Josh Allen's got a cannon. I'm not worried about that with him.
Right.
I am worried about it with Taylor light import beer.
Right. Buffalo also pretty damn good once the team gets close. Thing is, I don't know that Washington's going to get all that close. Buffalo leading the league right now in red zone defense. They've only allowed one score in 6 tries inside the red zone. That's a little bit of a warning flag for me on the Washington football team. Meanwhile, that secondary of Washington not going to be able to keep up with Stephon Diggs. They're just not good. They're going to be able to expose. I could see Gabriel Davis hitting a bunch of big plays today.
I don't see a lot of big plays. I see this game being like 20-10, 24-13. Some just no joy anywhere for anybody.
Yeah. By the way, we're planning on this being our last Sunday in the studio. In this studio. Hope to be moved to the new studio for next weekend, which really is great because I can hear it. Do you hear the cricket in the corner of the room? Yeah, it's driving me nuts.
Yeah, I've heard that. There's been a cricket in here, and we can't find him. He's like this.
He's throwing me off, man. Anyhow, your pick.
Usually when you talk, I hear crickets in my head. So.
Oh, you had to do that. You had to go and do that.
Oh, wait. Was she a great big fat person?
I've been waiting to do that all day. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I snorted.
You did.
I did.
You did.
I did.
So your pick for the Washington-Buffalo game?
Buffalo, -7.
Buffalo -7. Okay.
The Buffalo Jills.
Yeah. All right. I mean, I'm going to
You're
be
in
with
lockstep.
you. I'm going to be with you on that one.
Yeah, I have your picks in front of me too.
I don't know that Washington can do it.
I don't like Washington. Everything I've thought about them is kind of coming to bear. This is why you don't go cheap on quarterback.
Yeah.
You don't go cheap on cigars, scotch, hookers, toilet paper, quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Ever. And they did, and now you're getting what you get.
Yeah, it's cute. I mean, it's cute that you got a really good defense. Mm-hmm. But defenses, they can take you only so far. Mm-hmm. If you don't.
And that defense just got carved up by Danny Dimes. I can't wait to talk about that game. I have a spicy.
On the Giants game. Mm-hmm. Let's go the Cleveland Browns and the Chicago Bears. I have been hot on Nick Chubb all week long. I don't see how Chicago is going to hang in this game with them. I don't think they can match them offensively. Cleveland's got an elite pass rush. They're going to be able to make things really tough on Justin Fields.
So funny you said that about their elite pass rush.
Yeah.
Do you know how many of their edge rushers are in the top 40 of PFF grades through 2 weeks against the Texans and who did they play week 1? Kansas City.
How many of their pass rushers? Mm-hmm. 3.
It's 0. Not fucking one of them are in the top 40 of pass rush grade.
How's that possible?
Because they haven't been good. Jadeveon Clowney's in the bottom 10% of the league because he is who I told you he was.
I
love how he's doubting me on a stat that's on my computer.
No, I am doubting you because I pulled the stat yesterday that Jadeveon Clowney and who else was it? I'm trying to find that note. Jadeveon Clowney, their pass rush win rate is top 10 in the league at their position.
That's a slightly different stat.
Okay.
I'm talking their PFF grade all around.
Okay.
And I'm going to be honest with you, Jason Peters has been better than you want to think he has been. I mean, I know he's 9,000 years old and he's probably going to get hurt at some point, but he's been better than people think. There's just a little part of me that's going, I don't know that I don't want to take Chicago, but I'm not going to.
I'm not taking Chicago at all.
And by the way, I said top 40, it's top 30, because Myles Garrett's 31.
It's Tack McKinley and Jadeveon Clowney. Pass rush win rates of 33 and 32% so far this year. How can they be so far down on the overall grade?
Because they grade
if they're
poorly.
winning.
Because they grade poorly. Pass rush, in terms of just straight pass rush grade, currently the highest one is Myles Garrett's the highest, and he's right behind Darrell Taylor and Rashawn Gary. I like Pro Football Focus. They take everything into account, and I'm a big damn fan of that.
Okay. I still think they're going to be able to get pressure on Justin Fields, and it's going to make that's the thing. Jadeveon Clowney has long been the guy who doesn't get home, but still has a lot of disruption plays. And I think that's going to matter against Justin Fields.
Stephen Towson, are you looking at old tweets again?
No.
He did that right before the show.
I did it
He
again.
said, shit, Will Fuller's inactive. Shit, that text with the tweet was last week.
Oh, wait, it says
Just
September
click
19th on it.
Latest.
I'm not good at social media. You all know this. Anyway, Cleveland, Chicago, I don't think that's a game that is ever going to be close.
And I think it's closer than you do.
Yeah, and I can see why you would think that. I mean, last week we expected them to blow the doors off of Houston, and they didn't do it. Chicago, markedly better than Houston. Okay, maybe not marked.
Better, not by much.
Maybe not marked.
First game of Justin Fields, you don't know exactly what it's going to look like. There's a lot of variables, and I don't buy the Browns. I've never bought the Browns. Jalen Johnson's a really good. They've got one really good corner.
Yep.
So you're going to have to do it with these bit pieces for Cleveland, and I'm just not sure that that's going to be. I think they win. I just could easily see Chicago covering this number. I could actually see it hitting the number and it being 7.
Okay. The Baltimore Ravens and the Detroit Lions.
Here's one that I didn't think about for 5 seconds.
No. It's Baltimore to cover whatever they want to set that number at. The number right now on Baltimore is, where's it at on my list? I lost the number. Where is it? Anyway.
By the way, we didn't pick this game.
That's what I was looking at. I was like, where is it on the sheet?
He had one job.
Where is it on the sheet?
One job.
I don't see. We're all taking Baltimore. We know that.
Yeah.
We'll just chalk that one up. Don't even need to worry about it.
You cared so little about that one that we straight skipped it.
We straight skipped that
And
game.
somehow none of the three of us noticed it.
Nope. Not one of us. Yikes. Sorry about that. But it doesn't matter because there's no chance anybody is taking Baltimore 7.5.
That number is weird low to me. It's oddly low to me.
I mean, are you guessing backdoor cover here?
No.
I just don't see. I don't see Jared Goff being able to do a great deal in the passing game against that Baltimore secondary.
Talent for talent, there's no shot. I think Lamar Jackson's going to do marvelous things today. I like Mark Andrews a lot. I think this is the get-right week for him.
Yep.
You're going to see them breaking in a new linebacker in Derek Barnes that's probably going to catch a lot of him. And, look, I understand he's been great in camp, and I really liked him coming out. Your first start in the NFL, you get Mark Andrews.
Yep.
Good luck with that.
Baltimore minus 7.5. The Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. This one in Nashville. I don't think there's going to be any inclement weather in Nashville for this one, despite what the little scoreboard might say here. I've seen no reports of rain or anything in the area. I'm still going to go. Last week, the Tennessee Titans went on the road, won a tough game up at Seattle. And Derrick Henry had a day, and I'm gonna keep riding Derrick Henry to have a big day today.
I'm not. I don't like him at all today. That Colts defense is really good. Back half's not great. Front seven is as good as there is in the NFL.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Colts plus 5.5. I'm not confident enough to say they win this game, but I think this is going to be real close.
Okay.
I was the one dissenter on this game. You both had the Titans. This is the season for the Colts. You start 0-3 and then go into what that schedule's about to be, you're done. You could be 0-7.
Yeah.
Or 1-6, or there is one layup game in there, but
Yeah. Spread's less than a touchdown though, and
a
I
touchdown
don't
in
think
the
it's going to be a
NFL is a
field goal
lot.
game. I don't see this as a field goal game. I think Tennessee will win and easily cover the 5.5.
I don't. Colts plus 5.5.
Yeah.
We have a lot of dissension this week, which
Makes you feel good.
I feel good about that. I like that.
The Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. Chiefs at home in Arrowhead. I like the way this game lays out for the Chargers. And let me tell you why. It's because of the Kansas City defense. And I think this might be the game where the Chargers finally hit some kind of a rhythm, or at least start to believe more in what they can do. I'm not saying they're going to win this game, but this is going to be, I could see this being a close, shootout-y kind of game where the Chargers believe we can hang with anybody. If we can hang with the Chiefs, we can hang with anybody.
And I think they get their doors blown off by Tyreek Hill, who will be covered by Asante Samuel Jr., who, yes, he's very, very good. I watched him for several years at Florida State. Speaking of Florida State, fuck. God, we're bad. I think Kansas City is going to eviscerate them. Kansas City started off bumpy. You could be 0-2.
Yep.
Now you're coming back home, and I feel like this is one of those spots where you're just going to go, we're fucking better than you. And look, I still like the Chargers. I think they're a back end of the playoffs team. But this is just one of those spots where I feel like you have been set up and destined to fail.
Yeah. I'm on the Chargers plus the 7 in this one. I think it's going to be close. I think they're going to be able to hang with them because I look at Keenan Allen and go, he's going to get his. Mike Williams has been great so far to start out this season. I think he's going to get his as well. Austin Eckler, no problem. They're going to be able to dump the ball off to him over and over and over again. He had 9 catches last week on 9 targets. I could very well see him going over 10 catches in this game. I think they'll be able to move the ball. Obviously, there's going to be, there's going to be some missed plays here and there. But I think they're going to keep it really, really close. Part of me wants to say they win this game. But it's not going to happen on the Chiefs' home field.
No,
New Orleans Saints and the New England Patriots. 3-point spread.
I feel like Vegas is daring me to take the Saints, and I'm not gonna.
If you'd have given me more points, maybe I would believe that New Orleans is going to keep this close. I think it's going to be a close game. But after what we saw last week from Jameis Winston, I just don't know. I mean, you're seeing the New England Patriots come off of a game where they just picked off a quarterback 4 times, and I get it was the second start of his career for that quarterback. But Jameis Winston plays like a rookie sometimes. And
Pat Holt is joining us live from church.
Yes. Or however.
I love you guys. I love you guys.
You're going to hell, you know that, right? I figured the preacher's probably saying it, so I'm going to say it too. But we love you for it. We'll be right next to you. We'll all get rooms together. We'll have a Sportsocracy community in hell.
I don't think that's how that works.
You don't get to pick? You don't get to pick your room?
I don't think that's how any of
It's not like
this
going
works.
away to college. You're just going to do all the debauchery shit that you got to do in college?
I don't think that's how any of this works.
Anyhow, New Orleans, New England, how do you see this game playing out?
Gross. I see this being a gross, the same way Miami, New England played out. 17-14.
Yep.
20-14. Something in that vicinity. I can't get to. I kind of want to take New Orleans because I do not buy New England at all. But Bill takes away the number one thing you want to do better than any coach in NFL history. And that's Alvin Kamara. All right, you tell me Kamara is going to be what he's been for the last 2 weeks. I don't see how you can possibly win this game. So I'm going New England. I don't love it, but that's where I'm at.
Yeah, we're both.
And I want nothing to do with this game.
We're both on New England to cover the 3. That's why if you have another option other than Damian Harris, that's not Marquise Brown, you might want to go down that path. Atlanta Falcons, New York Giants. I have been back and forth on this game all week. Like, I could see this being a gross-ass game, but there again, I look at these two defenses and go, you know what? I got Matt Ryan, Calvin Ridley, Kyle Pitts on one side going up against the Giants' secondary, which is not horrible. But do you think that James Bradbury and Adoree Jackson can limit Matt Ryan? I don't know that to be true. And I look at the other side and go, yeah, Atlanta's horrible. And I think New York's going to be able to score a lot of points. I think they will focus on Kenny Golladay because of the blow-up last week. And I'm really hoping. For me, it's not a strong belief. I know you've got a spicier take than this, but for me, it's just a fucking hope that Saquon Barkley can be something. Just give me one game. And that's typically how it goes. He'll give you one game that you feel like, yeah, I'm back in, and then suck for 3 more weeks. This could be that game.
I'm taking the Atlanta Falcons. And one of my favorite stacks this week is Matt Ryan, Calvin Ridley, Kyle Pitts, Saquon Barkley. It's one of my favorite stacks of the week. I could see Matt Ryan throwing for 4 billion yards in this game.
But he's not been good to start out the year.
I'm well aware of that. That was against the Eagles, whose defense is pretty good, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, whose defense is Pretty good. You know what the Giants aren't? Pretty good.
Really? Not even not even the secondary.
Bradbury's not a positive on Calvin Ridley. I've said this all week long. He struggles with good route runners. He struggled last week with Terry McLaurin, and Calvin Ridley is what Terry McLaurin hopes to one day grow up to be. So I could see Calvin Ridley just eviscerating him today.
Yeah.
I could see Calvin Ridley having 150 yards and 2 touchdowns today. And Kyle Pitts, I think this is the breakout game, because who in the hell is going to slow him down? He plays in line. You tell me who stops him. I'll wait. The 2 back-end safeties that have been god-awful, I like Kyle Pitts a lot today.
I like the New York Giants offense better than I like the Atlanta Falcons this week.
I think Daniel Jones is a trap.
I'm taking the Giants to cover the 3.
It's a trap. I hadn't seen that movie either. So.
But what have they? But what has Atlanta shown you on the defensive side of the ball that goes, yeah, they can handle Daniel Jones?
Nothing. Daniel Jones could fuck up a blowjob. He would talk through it or bring up repressed memories or something. Every time you've ever counted on Daniel Jones to be good, has he not pooped in his pants? Fact or fiction?
Yeah, fact.
There you go. He's had one really good game in his life when you expected him to be good. I don't think it's going to happen today. And I got news for you. I've covered New York sports teams. I've been a New York sports fan for a long time. If Daniel Jones comes out and turns the ball over on the first drive, that place is going to get real loud. Because New York sports fans will show up just to boo you. And that is a stadium that gets super loud. I like Atlanta a lot today.
I just can't get down that. I can't go down that path with you. You can find some spots the spread has even dipped below a field goal. Can find it at 2.5 in some places. I like the Giants to cover still.
I want to see if I haven't checked this today because I've already placed all my doubloons where they're going. Sharp money's on Atlanta. Has been, will be. Most of the tickets are on Atlanta. Most of the money's on Atlanta. Oddly enough, money line's on the Giants. I said this when we did the preview for this game. It's a weird hedge to me, but I'm taking the Falcons.
Okay.
There's one player in this game that I cannot figure out how you're going to cover him. It's Kyle Pitts. The Giants don't have, the Giants don't have one of those. They don't have a guy that I go, how in the hell are you going to stop him? Because Daniel Jones could stop him. Daniel Jones, the more adversity he has, it seems like the more I like him. Games where he's outmatched Washington a week ago, I like him better. It's when he has these crush spots that he tends to duty in his drawers. And I'm very afraid of that today. I could see him turning the ball over multiple times. Nothing Atlanta does. He's one of those quarterbacks that the more time you give him, the more liable he is to make a mistake.
Okay.
He needs to think less. There we go. That's how I've been dancing around saying it that way for a full minute. But he needs to think less.
Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers in
No
Pittsburgh.
Trey Waynes in this one. No T. Higgins. Officially official.
Yep. No T.J. Watt either. He's been ruled out of the game as well. Deontay Johnson's not going to play, right?
Correct. He's out. He's inactive.
Right.
We're getting the inactives slowly. So far, the only thing I've seen on inactives that makes me go, oh, wait, is Jacksonville doesn't have any corners? Like none. C.J. Henderson, out.
DeAndre Hopkins.
He's going to catch Shaq Griffin, and that will not go well.
Nope.
You know who else that makes me like? A lot.
AJ Greene.
Stop trying to make that a thing. It's Rondale Moore. And Christian Kirk. I like both slot guys in this game. That could be a fun stack, going Rondale Moore, Kyler Murray. Christian Kirk, Kyler Murray. DeAndre Hopkins, Kyler Murray. I don't necessarily think they're going to have to force feed the ball to DeAndre Hopkins. He's a little dinged up with the rib. I like the ancillary pieces a lot.
All right. We'll get to the game in just a second, but let's talk about Cincinnati and Pittsburgh. Cincinnati and Pittsburgh, I don't see how Cincinnati is going to stop the receivers from Pittsburgh. the thing that hampers them is that Ben's banged up.
Mm-hmm.
He's got some kind of a pec issue, which should be a big red flag to everybody. They're going to run Najee Harris a lot in this game.
I don't think this is a high-scoring game.
I still like Pittsburgh.
I'm liking them less and less by the minute. I didn't have the huevos to take Cincinnati.
No.
But I think I'm going to regret that.
But you did say, if you told me T.J. Watt was not going to play in this game, you might be on that side, on the Cincinnati side.
And I officially think I think I'm officially there.
But do you think I just hate the damn Cincinnati fans feeling like they're something. And they're gonna if they keep this close.
Stephen Tao said we keep skipping my James Robinson question. Okay, let me say this as clearly as I can. Wait for it. No. Do it again. I was talking over it.
No,
Just remember that. I mean, unless your contingency is Carlos Hyde, I'm probably on the other side.
Right.
I don't like James Robinson at all today.
Yeah, I don't either. Against the Arizona Cardinals, no.
We've answered that question on Twitter about 411 times today. Because for some reason, that seems to be the biggest conundrum that people are having, and I can't figure out why. They get away. Jacksonville's throwing at a rate that's just alarmingly high. And we'll get into the options I do like when we get to that game.
So you're taking Pittsburgh to cover the 3? Yes.
I did. I wish I hadn't, but I could very easily see Cincinnati winning this game. I don't think they're going to, but I may have a small money line shot at
All right.
Cincinnati.
Favorite piece from Cincinnati?
You're going to tell me I'm drunk.
Okay.
It's Joe Mixon.
I'm not going to tell you you're drunk.
It's Joe Mixon. Workload's just too damn high. I mean, he's one of those guys. Do I think he's going to be super efficient? No. Do I think he's going to get 25 touches? I do. You give me a guy in this game with 25 touches that I don't think is going to be super high scoring, I will bet he finds a way to fall in the end zone.
Yeah.
My next one would be Jamar Chase. I would be remiss if I didn't point out Auden Tate. Auden Tate.
Stop it with that. Auden Tate is not a real thing.
He's a thing.
I'm on Jamar Chase. He's my favorite Bengal for today. Joe Mixon, not a bad option. If you were going to tell me that Auden Tate was your favorite, then I'd tell you you're drunk. Because legally, I think he is.
100%.
The Pittsburgh Steelers side. Who's your guy? I'm going to keep calling Chase Claypool until it happens.
I'm going to say Najee Harris.
He's going to have a boom week here pretty soon. Very well could be against these Bengals.
I'm going to say Najee Harris. That's the guy I want for Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
If I had a piece of this game, but I'm avoiding it like grim death. I don't remember. Do you have the over-under of this game?
The over-under says 43.
And it's come down from 47. And I don't think it's come low enough. I think this is going to be like 17-10. This could be one of those gross games that you're like, could somebody please score?
I'm going to be with you on the under. Arizona Cardinals, Jacksonville Jaguars. All right, you want to say it again? Just in case they didn't hear it?
No.
No to the James Robinson. No to the everything Jacksonville Jaguars, in my book. You have one Jacksonville Jaguar that you do believe in today.
I have two.
Oh, two.
Marvin Jones and Laviska Shenault. He has 17 targets through 2 weeks. 17 targets through 2 weeks. That's good.
And here's the thing. Arizona, I don't know that they have the ability to keep up with him. Could they go stick Marco Wilson on him?
Let's see. Most likely the player that will draw Laviska is Byron Murphy, who is the worst of their three corners.
Yeah.
If you're just looking at stats. Marco Wilson plays on the outside.
Okay.
Byron Murphy will play on the slot. Yeah, I like Laviska a lot.
Mm-hmm. On the other hand, I like everything for the Arizona Cardinals.
All of it.
I mean, Kyler Murray probably going to have another 4 total touchdown day. Chase Edmonds will be able to find space. I think that's starting to build as they go. Now that you say C.J. Henderson's not going to play for the Jacksonville Jaguars, that means every little
Shaq Griffin
inkling.
and Tyson Campbell on the outside, which means that you're going to slide somebody into the slot. I don't know who that will be. The Jaguars have one corner that didn't average 1.5 yards per route run. It was C.J. Henderson, who's not playing. So there's that.
All of the Cardinals get the quarterback. That'd be a hell of a DFS stack. I mean, you got to pay up for it, obviously. But if you're already paying up for Lamar Jackson, you might as, I could see them as being interchangeably.
God, Trey Herndon's out too. Good God. Who the hell's going to play corner for the Jaguars?
Nobody, baby.
Let's see. C.J. Henderson's out. So you got Shaq Griffin, Tyson Campbell, and Nevin Lawson.
Whoever he is.
Oh, Nevin Lawson's played in this league, and he's real good for fantasy players. Let's put it that way. There's a reason he was a third stringer for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Yikes. Yeah. Arizona by $1 billion.
And
here's a fun
slots.
little anomaly, too, by the way. This game started at a 46 over-under. It's moved to 51. And all of the money's on Arizona. Like, all of it. That means people don't think that Jacksonville's going to score. And yet the over-under's gone up 5 solid points.
Yeah.
That's slightly bizarre.
Arizona covers easily the 7.5.
Stephen Tao asked Amari Cooper or Rondell Moore. Amari Cooper.
Okay.
But not by as much as you would think. I'm a little nervous that Amari doesn't play. You know what? Fuck it. Rondell Moore. I lied. I lied to you. I will take Rondell Moore. Solely because Amari's on Monday night. If I knew he was going to play, it would be Amari, and it would be pretty comfortable. But I don't love not knowing. He had Keenan Allen and A.J. Brown, too. Never mind. Need 2 of those 4. Keenan Allen, A.J. Brown. That would be my 2.
Yeah. Part of you wants to slip Rondell Moore in there, but I don't see how you can.
By the way, right now, Arizona's only a 9-point favorite on Bet Us.
Oh, God. When we locked in our picks yesterday, it was 7.5. So, lots of
Because smart money is coming in droves.
Lots of money on the Arizona side of that game. 4 o'clock games start off with the Dolphins and the Raiders at 4:05. It's a CBS game.
We have a lot of Raider fan friends
Yeah.
that watch this show. You might want to turn your head because I'm taking the Dolphins. I like this team better with Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah.
By the way, did you notice Tua went on IR yesterday?
Yep.
Weird how that happened. They thought he could be back in a week, and then all of a sudden he went on IR. Why could that possibly have happened? Maybe because they know Jacoby Brissett's better, and so now you give him a 3-week tryout with that defense. There's probably not a player in this league that's equipped to cover Darren Waller to the level that Byron Jones is.
Okay.
This is not a slide at the Raiders. This is the Dolphins desperately need this game, and they need this Jacoby Brissett thing to work.
I'm on Las Vegas to cover the number. To me, it's too small of a number, and I just don't see where it's gonna matter all that much. Derek Carr has been great the first 2 weeks of the season. I get that I get that there are great corners on the other side. They'll focus on Darren Waller, but I think Derek Carr proved last week that Darren Waller doesn't have to have an excellent day for him to have a good day. Brian Edwards, I could see him being a very useful piece. Again, see Hunter Renfrow making some big plays today. Not talking fantasy-wise, I'm just saying real football-wise. I think the Raiders are going to be able to win this game, and I think it's going to be a touchdown difference. 4:25 start for the Seattle Seahawks and the Minnesota Vikings. No Dalvin Cook, so that obviously matters big time. Alexander Madison, if you can get him or if you have him, this is where you play him. Mm-hmm. He killed the Seattle Seahawks last year. This defense is not much better than they were last year, and I think it's worth the gamble to play Alexander Madison. Still think that both the passing games are going to be featured, though. I like Kirk Cousins. I like Justin Jefferson. Adam Thielen, once again, he is in a spot where I don't know who's going to cover him.
Who are you talking about here?
Adam Thielen against the Seahawks.
The player that will cover Adam Thielen is... Adam Thielen will draw DJ Reed, which is a matchup I do not like. I love Justin Jefferson today.
Okay.
Love Justin Jefferson today. I think he is going to eat.
Tyler Lockett on the other side for the Seattle Seahawks. Advantageous position for him once again.
This is a kill spot. Brashad Breeland will be who he gets a lot. Mm-hmm. One of the worst corners in the NFL through 2 weeks.
Yep.
This could be another kill spot for Tyler Lockett. Don't sleep on DK Metcalf this week, though. I know he's in the most disadvantageous position of any of the receivers for Seattle.
Right.
At some point, you have to get him the damn ball. He's too good for you to not get him the damn ball. And that could be, you could see that this week.
Okay. Minnesota, Seattle. I don't know.
You're wanting to hedge, aren't you?
I want to hedge. But I'm not gonna.
Neither am I.
Seattle covers the number.
I take the Cobra Chickens.
The Cobra Chickens.
It's an old joke. Sea chickens. Minus what, 1.5?
Yeah. It was 2 yesterday.
2. Yeah.
2 yesterday when we locked it in. When we locked it in yesterday, on Friday, in the Beat the Chief segment, brought to you by Clarissa Marshall of eXp Realty. Clarissa sells WNC.com. You can hear it every Friday on the Sports Tank with Jeremy Greene on ESPN Asheville. It was a 1-point lean to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm seeing now that it has gone even. Pick 'em now between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the LA Rams, and I'm not changing my pick. I think LA is going to win this game outright.
I do too.
I just don't like the fact that they're going on, you're going on the road across the country. LA is believing they're everything that, that they want to be. Tom's going to be without Antonio Brown, although that's not going to, on a neutral field, it wouldn't sway the game for me. But I think LA is just, their defense is going to be better. That's going to be the downfall today.
I've been on LA. I'm not audibling. I'm staying on LA. The money is heavily on Tampa. Mm-hmm. I mean, heavy. 78% of the cash is on Tampa Bay. Ticket split about 2-1. Which means the sharp money is on Tampa Bay, too. Which makes me nervous as hell.
I think it's going to be L.A. getting the win. Tampa Bay will be able to move the ball, but so will L.A. I could very well see in this being a 33-27, 33-30 kind of a game. Whoever's going to have the ball at the end is going to have a chance to win it, but it's going to come down to somebody making the big play. I think I like Chris Godwin the most on the Tampa Bay side. I think he's my favorite target today. Do you like Mike Evans better than Chris Godwin today?
No, I like Chris Godwin better. Jalen Ramsey will be on Mike Evans. Mm-hmm. and I don't like that at all. I'm all in on Godwin. I'm all in on Cooper Kupp. Mm-hmm. And I really like Robert Woods on DraftKings today. He's just the price has gone down too much.
Yeah.
Now he's in one of those spots that he could absolutely kill value. I really like Tyler Higbee today, too. Again, gut feeling.
I don't know why.
Gut feeling.
I can't. I'm not going to ever take a tight end the not named Travis Kelce or Darren Waller.
You also don't seem to understand how your team plays defense because nobody's going to line up on him. Mm-hmm. You play nothing but zone. Mm-hmm. It is always zone. So I don't care about Levante David, and I don't care about Devin White. None of that matters. The question is, who's going to get in between the safety and the linebacker? And I would say that's probably Tyler Higbee. Mm-hmm. That's where you have to attack a cover three. There's just that or on the far outsides, which would be Robert Woods.
Yeah.
So I just have this funny feeling Higbee gets in the end zone. And I think he might do it twice.
Okay. We're both on LA though.
Yep.
To win the game. Sunday Night Football tonight, the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco.
Are you just going to skip my Jets game, or
where is your Jets game?
I don't know.
I don't know. Oh, there it is. How are you signed into my computer?
I have no idea. Probably because you use my ESPN Plus.
Yeah, probably so.
Because you're cheap as shit and you won't pay the $4.
I have my own. I don't know why I'm using yours. New York Jets and the Denver Broncos. 4:05 start. I don't like your prospects today. I mean, it's not like you're going to go out.
Number.
It's not like you're going to go out and get killed or anything.
That's kind of my point.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see Teddy Bridgewater get unveiled today. I really do.
Okay.
I don't think the Jets are going to win. I don't think Teddy's going to be good at all.
Well, Teddy's going to have to show that he can be good under pressure, because there's one thing that, despite the fact that y'all lost
With
Carl
no Carl
Lawson,
Lawson.
right, you can still get pressure on the quarterback. That's
third best pass rush win rate in the league.
Yeah, it's one of the things that I took away most from last week's game against New England was there seems to be a lot of white jerseys in that backfield every friggin' play.
Third best pass rush win rate in the league, playing the Panthers and the Patriots.
Color me shocked.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
And I got news for you. Corners, everybody said, the Jets suck at corner. All these young players, all that shit. Let me pull up the stat.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, but I would say that would be because of the matchups. I mean, you didn't have to ask them to do a lot against New England. They don't have great weapons. What I'm saying is, it's not easy. It's not hard for your secondary to look. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Well, across two games, you played against New England, who has an efficient offense, and DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson.
Yeah.
There's not many teams in the league that have better weapons than that. And in terms of PFF grade, the Jets have overall grade, they've got 3 in the top 50.
3 in the top 50.
And there have been over 150 corners graded. So
okay,
that's not bad.
All right. I mean, maybe it's not just a matchup thing. I don't like the way this stacks up for Teddy. This is not like, he's taking on one of the worst teams in the league. There's no doubt Teddy's going to be a great option today. This ain't what they've seen the first 2 weeks of the year. So I think limited score. The over/under is 41.5.
I'll go under.
17-13.
I think it's somewhere in there.
I think it's 17-13, and Broncos win. Jets cover the 10.
Hold on,
10.5 as it was when we picked it on Friday.
We got one that I hadn't seen. Chris D, we're like an AA meeting for sports.
Welcome in, Chris.
He said, I got to start one of, I'm assuming that's Antonio Gibson, Michael Carter, Myles Gaskin, Melvin Gordon. I'll take Gaskin and Gordon out immediately. Mm-hmm. I'll go Gibson very, very clearly. He said, should I worry about Kamara and start Mike Davis instead?
Not to that point, I wouldn't think.
I'm close.
I'm not.
I'm close.
I'm not. I know Bill likes to take away the thing you like to do the most. But I mean, I don't think Mike Davis is going to give you that, because I honestly believe the Cordero Patterson thing is Arthur Smith's new little toy. And he's going to use him a lot. And he's just going to be efficient with the touches that he gets. Is he going to score 2 touchdowns again like he did last week against Tampa Bay? No, probably not. But I don't know that I'm opening up the window to Mike Davis having a great day today.
I like Mike Davis today. Not enough to sit Alvin Kamara.
Yeah.
You got to play your studs.
Exactly.
You got to play your studs. So I would say play Kamara. And in terms of your other question, I would say play Antonio Gibson.
And
I don't love him today, but I don't really love any of the options that you have.
It's not close. It's not close.
It's closer than you want to think it is.
To Michael Carter, you think Michael Carter could be that efficient against the Denver Broncos?
No, I don't think Antonio Gibson's going to be particularly good.
Okay. I mean, I don't either. But when you're comparing the two, to me it's not close, and it's Antonio Gibson. Stephen Tao wants to know if we're going to be at the social today. That would be a negative. I mean, I had to take you to the social to get your car.
Yeah, because it drank beers there last night.
Do you want to let them know where we're going to be? Because I don't know the name of this place. So
yeah, we'll be at the Village Porch in North Asheville.
Yeah, in Reynolds Village.
Yeah, it's a Bills backer bar, and we have some Bills fans in our little group. So and it's very close to my house, which is super convenient for me.
So if you get too wasted, I mean, you could maybe Jeremy will let you sleep in the elevator. He's not going to bring you into his house, but he'll.
Yeah, because see, here's the thing. For the last few weeks, my car's been like a drunk girl's sweater. It's just been left everywhere. Like, you never heard me say that.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah, I've just left it all over the place.
That's a brand new one.
Like, where the fuck is my car? Don't leave that damn thing.
Yeah. No. So the Village Porch over in Reynolds Village is where we'll be watching games today. So if you want to come on by and hang out with us, you're more than welcome.
100%. It's a really nice place. It'll have every game on. It's very, very convenient, and they have Wicked Weed beers on tap.
Been trying to get it at the social, and it's just
It rotates.
They had it for like 2 weeks, and then
it rotates there.
they had it for 2 weeks and sold out of it so quickly. Then just haven't gotten any more back in because I keep asking every week, where's my Wicked Weed? They actually ran out of the beer before they got rid of the coasters. So they have Wicked Weed coasters at the social. No Wicked Weed beer anymore. Just waiting for that next truck shipment. All right, what were we talking about? Which game? Oh yeah, the Jets covering. I think that's going to happen. The Jets have been close. Well, they were close in week 1. They weren't close at all last week. The 4 interceptions, I still can't get away from. It's because I thought, you know what, Zach throws 4 interceptions. Maybe it's one of those things. It's just a bad luck day. Sometimes you just have bad luck. You make a good throw, and it bounces out of a guy's hands and goes into another guy's hands. He didn't have one of those. On all 4 of those interceptions, there were 2 of them that he just, I guess, didn't see the linebacker underneath the play. One was an overthrow stretching toward the sidelines. Missed his guy. The guy at the far level of the defense caught it. And then there was the 4th interception where I don't know who the fuck he was looking at. He just... who was it that made the pick? That last pick? He was 5 yards away from everybody else. Mm-hmm. That's how off that throw was from Zach Wilson.
Yep. Not going to happen this week.
I could see a lot of turnovers.
Jets. Plus the 10.5. They're not winning this game.
I was going to say, you're not going to look good. You're not going to look good doing it, but Denver's not going to be overwhelming
How
either.
often do I tell you not to overreact to the most recent thing you've seen?
You do.
Before this season started, would we have had the Denver Broncos a 10.5 point favorite over anybody in the league? The answer is no.
Jacksonville.
The answer is no. We would not have had them as a 10.5 point favorite over fucking anybody. That's too many points for a bad team. Mm-hmm. And you're overreacting because they beat the Giants and the Jaguars.
Yeah. McCourty was the one that made that last interception. Yeah, 5 yards away from everybody else. I can see, Zach looks cool under pressure most of the time, but Hell, 3 of those throws he made, he wasn't under pressure at all.
Nope.
He had the time to break it down and make the decision. He still made the wrong decision.
Yeah.
I guess a rookie.
They're going to ask him to do less.
All right, and then Sunday Night Football. Tonight we got the Green Bay Packers going up against the San Francisco 49ers.
I love Green Bay tonight.
I do too. I'm all over Green Bay.
I thought I was going to get a
plus
game
the
on you
3.
and Chief Zach, and then you both agreed with me.
No. I see them continuing to roll. I get they hammered Detroit in the second half on Monday Night Football. It's not something to do backflips over. However, Aaron does like playing on the West Coast. And I'm just not sold on whether the 49ers can be efficient enough to keep up with the big plays that Green Bay can hit. To me, it's all about I got more stars on my side than you do. Or my stars are way better than your stars. Deebo Samuel's fine. Is Brandon Ayuk playing? Did he have any setbacks?
To be honest with you.
I don't know that I haven't seen that he had any setbacks this week, but I don't know that he's going to play.
That way.
And so, to me, I'm taking Aaron Rodgers. He should, yeah. I mean, I guess it makes sense that they're a dog in this game.
Deebo Samuel's going to catch Kevin King. I love Deebo this week. If you're playing the showdown on DraftKings, he should be your captain, and you should not think a second thing about it.
Yep. Green Bay plus the 3 against San Francisco.
Rob Johnson said it. It seems like Green Bay always gets smoked when they play the 49ers. It does seem like that. And I think it's because they got the highest profile game that they played there, they got smoked.
Yep.
Michael Whiteside asked over under 51 in this game. I'll go under. Oh, we should probably pick the over under.
Oh, in the Green Bay. Yeah, we haven't been doing that, have we?
Yeah, we should probably go through and pick those.
So 51 is the over under in the Packers 49ers game?
50 and a half. It's 51. It's 51 on Bet Us. It's the consensus is 50 and a half.
Yeah.
Good God. There's a lot of sway in that. It goes up to 51 and a half in certain places. It's a lot of leeway. Mm-hmm. You don't usually see full point differences. It's usually half incremental.
Yeah.
I will go under 50 and a half on that one. If you'll run through the over-unders, I'll
I think I will. All right, let me see here. All right. Washington, Buffalo.
Under. Don't care. I don't even care what the fucking number is.
Don't even care what the number is.
Any number that Vegas would put on it, I'll go under. What is the number for posterity's sake?
45 and a half.
Yeah, that's under, aggressively.
44 and a half Browns and the Bears. I'll say under.
44 and a half, is that what you said?
Under 44 and a half.
I'll go over.
Okay. 50 and a half Baltimore and Detroit. Under. I'm under.
Over.
Colts and the Titans. 47.
Under.
I agree. Under. I was trying to map out in my head how they could get there, and I'm not sure that it can. 55 is the over-under for Los Angeles and Kansas City. I'll go over that.
What's the number again?
55.
Over. I don't want to take it because, God, that's a high number. But
43 is the over-under for the Saints and the Patriots.
Under.
Under. 47 for the Giants and the Falcons.
Over.
Over.
Aggressively.
43 for the Steelers and the Bengals.
Under.
I think I'm going over.
Under.
I think I'm over that one. 52 for the Cardinals and the Jaguars.
Under.
Under. 45 Raiders and the Dolphins.
Under.
Yes, I'll go under as well. 55 and a half for Tampa Bay and the Rams.
Over.
I would agree. 55 for the Seahawks and the Vikings. Under.
Over.
Over. Okay. And then we did the 51 for the Packers and the 49ers. Under. And then Monday Night Football, the Cowboys and the Eagles. We'll have all of that.
And you forgot the fucking Jets game again.
Oh, God damn it. It's because it's fucking out of order on my damn screen.
Yeah, it's because I'm a Jets fan, so they put that at the top.
I know, because it's stupid.
Yeah, if you would sign into your own shit and not be cheap as air.
I'm not supposed to do that during the show. Stop it. I can't do things like that. You know that.
What's the damn over-under?
41.5.
God, that's low.
I'm under.
Oh, I am too. Fuck. I don't want to be, but I am.
Under.
41.5?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll break down the Monday Night Football game coming up tomorrow in the Sportsocracy. We are live every weekday morning at 10 a.m. here in the Wicked Weed studio, wickedweedbrewing.com. Drink different. Don't forget, you can make all of your wagers, lock them in at betus.com. Use the promo code Sportsocracy. And with that promo code, they will give you the deposit match of 125%. Whatever you put in, up to $2,500.
And you can make it rain like Jonathan Welch and I did yesterday.
Did you? Mm-hmm. Good for you.
I think he hit everything. He sent me a slip that I think he hit everything he wagered.
Nice.
I hit the big old biggins.
I was going to say, how did your 10-way parlay go that you gave out at the end of Green on Green?
Fucking Clemson. Fucking Iowa State. Fucking Carolina. Carolina. Wowzers.
So not well.
Wowie. Wow. Whoa. They got demolished.
Yes, they did. Jeff
By the
Sims,
rambling wreck of Georgia Tech, a hell of an engineer.
Yep. Jeff Sims, for some reason, they were unaware that he likes to run that little fake RPO bullshit. Every time he did it, just right around the defense. Everybody bid on the fake. Nobody left for Jeff Sims.
Undisciplined.
What did he score? Four touchdowns?
I think so.
God, that was awful. But hey,
and Liberty.
I called that
Thanks, Liberty. You dicks.
I called that NC State thing. And
you also were the only one that had the balls to take Rutgers, in spite of the fact we talked about it every day last week.
Yep. I didn't expect it to be that close.
I didn't either.
But what did I say on the Thursday show? And it always happens. Michigan finds a way to step on their own dicks, and that's exactly what they did. Not trying to take anything away from Greg Schiano, but Michigan going Michigan.
By the way, my favorite stat of all time: Georgia scored 8 touchdowns yesterday.
Yep.
Vanderbilt had 4 first downs. Georgia had twice as many touchdowns as Vanderbilt had first. I've never seen that before.
Well, the cupcakes come to an end because we get Arkansas next week. That's going to be immediately your game of the week.
By the way, you're welcome on Notre Dame. Those two late pick sixes by Graham Mertz. First of all, he sucks. Muy grande. They pissed a lot of people off in Vegas. Didn't piss me off because I 100% forgot to bet the under of that game.
Rob Johnson asked Ryan Tannehill or Tom Brady today. It's Tom Brady, and it's not close. Who said they don't like Tom? Jonathan Welch does not like Tom against the Rams secondary.
I like Tom a lot.
You can be wrong. You can be wrong. It's fine.
I like Tom a lot today. I like basically anybody that puts on a jersey in that game, they're probably fantasy relevant.
As you should. He continues to show he's been manufacturing touches, as you like to say, for Rob Gronkowski when the coach doesn't even know it's coming. Antonio Brown's not going to play, but guess what? They're going to do just fine slotting in Scotty Miller or Tyler Johnson, throwing Chris Godwin in the slot a lot. I think they'll do that a lot today.
I like Scotty Miller if you're desperate too, by the way.
Is he a dart throw?
He's a dart throw.
A dart throw in DFS?
He's a dart thrower.
What was
if you're
his,
just desperate to get a piece of that game and you're broke as a headless hooker, salary cap wise.
Was it 3,600? I think he was
something like that.
I think I put
He's
him in
that
one of my
tier.
lineups just because I spin up big at everything else.
By the way, our DraftKings contest will be back next week. We're trying to find a more effective way to do that.
And a new, yeah.
And we have big shit coming next week that's kind of been occupying our time. So you'll know what that is very, very soon.
Yep. Rob Johnson says Ole Miss, Alabama next week's going to be good too.
It will be.
You think so?
It will be.
Think Lane Kiffin and company can
I
keep
think
up?
there's going to be a lot of points.
Okay, I can see that. I don't know if it's going to be a close shootout.
No, I think it's 2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns. Yeah. Could be a lot of fun to watch, though.
I think if Ole Miss played USC, they'd score 100. If Oregon State can score 45 points, Ole Miss would score 205.
Nice. Rob says Desmond Howard actually picked NC State for the upset yesterday.
did.
Good for him.
He did.
Good for him. I was not ballsy enough to do it, but I
You took him against the number.
But I was heavy on that 10-point spread.
All right, 40 minutes till lineups lock.
Oh, that's right. We got to look. Have you seen any late inactive news?
I mean, nothing late. The biggest thing that I took away from inactives, Jacksonville is really thin in the secondary. That's going to be something to just I mean, you were going to hammer that anyway, but hammer it even more. Chris Harris is not playing for the Chargers.
That's
That
interesting.
could be a problem. Frank Clark is an inactive for the Chiefs. I have not seen on Chris Jones yet. For whatever reason, I can't find whether he's going to play or not.
No.
And your boy Taki is not playing for the
Oh
Cleveland Browns.
no! Oh no! Oh no! I don't care. That's not swinging me. That's not swinging me. I don't care that he's not going to play.
And no Josh Uche for the New England Patriots today.
He's been their best pass rusher this year so far. So I still like all the different looks that they can throw at Jameis Winston. I'm not swayed by that either.
I'm not swayed by it, but it's just something to note.
I don't see any other major ones
Nope.
on the list. Again, ones we've already talked about. T. Higgins, Deontay Johnson, T.J. Watt. Tay Gowan. Your boy's not going to play for the Arizona Cardinals. They are so going to kill Jacksonville today.
Oh, yeah. Hammer time.
And I cannot wait for it. Your big, did you want to unveil your perfect DFS lineup that you built? I think you should share it with everybody because, I mean, let everybody share in the joy. Because I'll be honest, he built a DFS lineup this morning that I do not see how it does not cash.
I'm pretty fond of it. It's got Lamar Jackson with Mark Andrews. Let me just sign in here. Damn it.
Damn it.
I hate when I click. The little drop-down thing that's like, hey, you want to sign in with this email? Or, wow, how about I sign in with the fucking one that's registered to it? How about that? I was just signing into this shit a fucking minute ago. So.
Right.
Sorry, it's just me bitching about things.
All right, you got 35 minutes to get your DraftKings lineups in.
Yeah, it's got Lamar Jackson. The running backs are Austin Eckler and Saquon Barkley. Receivers are Calvin Ridley, Laviska Shenault, Rashard Higgins, Robert Woods, and then I got Mark Andrews at tight end. And the defense is the Bungles, because I don't give a shit about defense. They are the third cheapest on the slate, and Ben's arm has fallen off.
Yeah.
So.
Did that use up all your money?
Nope, I had $100 to spare.
Oh, $100.
I usually like to leave about $500 on the table because so few people do that.
Right.
But yeah, I couldn't get away from it. When I saw that I could have all of those guys together, I went, oh wait, I have a button for that.
Good. Let the hate flow through you.
All right. Again, I don't think that there's a way that doesn't cash.
And you just put the fucking kiss of death on it.
I did. Well, I'm not going to give you a DFS lineup because it damn sure ain't going to cash.
Correct.
I found
All right,
I found this new little tiers game on DraftKings, and I think maybe that's going to be my new game. I can't win money on DraftKings for whatever reason.
Never will.
All right, get those lineups set, everybody. Looks like there are going to be no major surprise inactives. Although if you're just joining us and you haven't seen the news yet, Dalvin Cook's not going to be playing today. So that is the big one of the day that came out this morning. No Dalvin Cook. Play Alexander Madison if you can. I'm Tank Spencer. He's Jeremy Greene. Again, we'll be watching games this afternoon down at the Village Porch in Reynolds Village. So if you'd like to come out and join us, have a brew or two, we will be there with the Wicked Weed on tap. And, of course, we'll be here to recap all of the games with you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. in the Wicked Weed studio. Check them out at wickedweedbrewing.com. Wicked Weed Brewing. Drink different. We'll see you next time.